Members of 3 African-American churches are coming together for the first time in almost half a century. It's called the Great Gathering, and it's addressing what one attendee calls a state of emergency among America's black youth. CNN's Don Lemon is in Columbia, South Carolina, working the story for us. Don, what's going on there?
Basically, what's going on in WOPE is that we're having church in here. There are people who've been preaching. We've been hearing choirs. It's been very interesting to watch all this. But as you said, 3 different Methodist denominations, 5,000 strong here, but really 5 million or so across the country strong. What they're trying to do is basically correct a social problem in 3 days, one that took decades to build.
Not much comes between Jeff Freelon and his mother, except maybe a news reporter asking questions.
Are you glad she brought you? Honestly,
I'm still kind of iffy about it, but I have to say I am learning a lot.
Instead of spending his spring break gathering on a beach with friends, the 18-year-old University of Michigan freshman was dragged by his mom to another gathering, the Great Gathering, a Methodist convention in Columbia, South Carolina.
You're relentless.
I am, and he knows it. So other parents do need to have a hand in raising their children. And it was not easy for me. It was a struggle.
Jeff's dad died when Jeff was 3. He says that although he avoided trouble, it wasn't easy.
You see them struggling with 2 jobs. You obviously want to help them in some kind of way. The easiest way, the quickest way, the one right outside your door is selling some drugs. Or just getting in the game, you know?
This is simply a great gathering.
This 3-day event is to teach Jeff and young black men like him to avoid an increasingly common fate, prison. Princeton professor Dr. Cornel West told the audience here, it's America's emergency.
We need to cast a limelight on their plight, a limelight on their predicament, and to recognize it's a state of emergency. It's a matter of national security.
Children's Defense Fund founder Marion Wright Edelman told them it's the worst crisis facing African Americans since slavery.
You've got over 80% of black children in 4th and 8th and 12th grade who cannot read or compute at grade level. And if you cannot read or compute in this globalizing economy, you're being sentenced to social and economic death.
That's why Reverend Staccato Powell is challenging 5 million Methodist members to become foot soldiers in a campaign to save young African Americans.
We got this myth that only athletes and celebrities can be role models. We're saying the greatest role model is the father that's in the home. The greatest role model is somebody you can access every day.
For Jeff, that's his mom, Sheila.
She made sure that the right people were around me so I would be what I am today. And I love her for that.
I love you too, son.
Wolf, what a nice kid and what a nice family. Tomorrow's the last day of this event, and that's when they will unveil what they're calling their nationwide initiative. President Obama will close this event out. Not live, though. It'll be through a hand-delivered videotape. It'll be delivered by his director of White House Faith-Based and Neighborhood Partnership, Wolf.
They are doing important work, and let's wish them total success. Don Lemon, our man in Columbia, South Carolina, thank you very much for bringing us that report. You may